back, everybody. My name is Raze Chaos. You've made it back to my channel, and I am so happy to have you back. I'm doing a little video where, wow. Okay, so in last Friday's video, was it last Friday? Last Saturday, probably? I don't know. I'm still late. I showed off a Christmas gift for my grandmother, which was the part of the whole Big Lebowski thing, was the Little People toy set. Showed that off along with some Funko Pops that I got. So this week I decided to, I'm starting out with my Christmas gift from my mother. And I am going to slowly transition this into something that nobody would be surprised by. And I think I can, it's like we're doing some 6 degrees of separation situation here. This is starting out with this Handmade by Robots shorty figure that my mother got me for Christmas, and we're going to transition it from bit to bit on just some of the random stuff that I either picked up while I was Christmas shopping or at some point along the way, but I hadn't showed off my channel yet. So we're gonna see how this steps and jumps, and yeah, we're gonna have some fun with this. But first, we're gonna put this guy away and get into the shorty. Okay, so like I said, this is one of the Christmas presents I got from my mother. Obviously, I won't be showing everything that my mother gave me because, yeah, I show off collectibles and stuff on my channel, and not necessarily day-to-day stuff. And that's a lot of what my mom got me, was fun day-to-day stuff. And yeah, but this was like exciting just because I love the Handmade by Robots stuff, and yeah, it's just like, I love the Handmade by Robots stuff. I love the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I've got a small collection of Killer Clowns from Outer Space going with Handmade by Robots, and I intend to continue that. So this is definitely like an addition to that. This is so badass. We've got to take this guy out and have a look at him. No doubt. There he is. This is very exciting. I mean, I get excited about Killer Clowns no matter what. But since I decided to go ahead and grab as many of the Killer Clowns from Outer Space in the Handmade by Robots thing, it's really exciting to get another piece of that, just because it's not quite as expansive. I don't, just because they may make it another character that I appreciate, doesn't necessarily I'm going to get that. Really kind of focusing the Handmade by Robots on just the Killer Clowns because they kind of supersede everything. But yeah, this is Shorty. I've mentioned Shorty on my channel before because he's a badass. And again, it's a really cool design. I love how they've got the hands covered, because he's also the one that tended to that actually utilized the boxing gloves in the movie. I love everything about this. I always love the little tags, the little vinyl tags on the back. These things are just too cool, and they are way too much fun. And yeah, I actually keep all of these loose, just because it's like, yeah, it just looks like a pile of knitted dolls, and when in fact they are actually vinyl, which that's just cool and exciting. So so just another toss out as a thank you to my mom, because I absolutely love this, and this was a great Christmas present. And I love the hair. But we're gonna move on from that. Keeping in the theme of horror, one of the things I picked up as I was Christmas shopping and just happened to stumble onto and could not leave the store without, bam! We have got the Tiny Terrors Elvira. And this is so badass. Looking at it, it's like, I absolutely love the expression on her face, the design on it. I love the back that they've actually got. I always loved that they put a background with these that you could actually stand up behind them, like a backdrop, if you wanted to do that. I'd have to get another one of these if I was going to take it out of the package, and quite frankly, I wasn't really in the position to. Like I said, I was Christmas shopping. I was bad enough. I was buying this, but to buy two of them would have just been gratuitous. But yeah, she's got the shocked look on her face, the classic ah. If you want to see that again, ah. That Elvira does, especially with the Mistress of the Dark stuff. It's kind of cute because if you look inside the package here, little Gonk is right in there, and yeah, this was a must-have. I mean, you can tell from my channel I'm a big Elvira fan. I've always loved her since I was just a wee little Raze. And so yeah, seeing this, I tend to jump when I see new Elvira stuff like this. I know she puts out a lot of stuff, and I can't hardly blame her, but you know, I don't necessarily want it all. Some of it is just Elvira tagged on to something you could get elsewhere that doesn't need to be so exciting. But like when it's something like this, like you know I've got a Handmade. Actually, that's one of the exceptions I made with the Handmade by Robots, is because I actually got the C2E2 exclusive for that one, which I also sent along to the prize winner in that big giveaway box that I did. I've got the soda, and I've got I think I might actually have more than one Elvira Funko Pop, which that's one of them that I would try and peel back because I have her on the couch, the Funko Pop of her sitting on the couch, and I don't really want to, I don't really want to do much more with that than that. So yeah, but when I see something completely different and new, I probably will grab another one of these just so I can take it out and, get a even closer look at it. But for now, this is my Neca Elvira from the Toonie Top Terrors. I've gotten a couple of these, but I think the only one I've really gotten is a Pennywise, and I think it's the classic Pennywise. Don't remember for sure. But still, keeping with the horror theme, I went ahead and did that. Like I said, I love the fact that one of the things I love about Elvira is that she's a live action character that one person has played, and made famous. Elvira will not. I don't see a live action Elvira existing. Especially now that Cassandra Peterson has retired, actually doing things in costume, except for photo shoots, maybe. Because I mean, let's face it, dude, she's 1,000 years old. She doesn't need to be dressing like this anymore. I mean, it's got to be painful because she's trying to be a caricature, and that's going to get harder and harder the older you get. Age is something that happens to people, but not necessarily characters. So she has to retire the playing the character, even though the character is going to be around for who knows how long. Because I mean, she is kind of timeless, especially with the amount of time that she was actually playing the character. So that is awesome. But keeping in the theme of a live action person, we're doing a transition here. We go from Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, played by Cassandra Peterson, to a certain Burt Ward playing Robin, the Boy Wonder, from the Batman Classic TV series from McFarlane Toys. This is another one that I only got one of, because I think they only had one at the time when I was purchasing it. But yeah, it was one of those things where it's just like, oh, you know how I am about Dick Grayson, and I believe that Burt Ward was the second person to portray Dick Grayson in live action. So yeah, that's kind of a huge thing. And I've actually met Burt Ward, and it was really cool at the time. He was really seemed like a really down to earth guy, but like, then again, I only met him briefly, long enough for him to sign something for me. But it's really cool. Looking over this, you get I think the coolest part about McFarlane Toys, especially when they do a figure based on a live action person, is McFarlane Toys is really kind of famous for how far into detail that they're willing to go, and this is definitely no exception. I love the hair. The hair is a little too good, but I love these little wrist pieces that you put on there to do the bam wham, just like they did in the TV series. I love the tunic and the shorts going way up, because it is actually, they aren't actually shorts that he's wearing, and they're tights, and they go up, and that's where the sleeves come from. That is all one piece, and then you've got the tunic over it. The only thing that really makes me question anything about this entire figure, it's cool that they've got a cloth cape going on with him. However, the bottom of the cape is kind of has the arches, which is usually how it goes with Batman's cape, but here it goes with Robin's, which that's not necessarily exactly how that design ever was. But hey, on the rare moments that you get to criticize a McFarlane Toys detail, I mean, you got to jump on it, because I mean, they're very hard to criticize, and this is no different. And so I'm really excited to get this, and obviously I had to jump to get it. This is another one that I plan on getting a second one of, just so I could take him out and fully enjoy him. But yeah, another piece to the old Dick Grayson collection right there, and a very necessary piece on top of that to go along with that. Can we stand you up? Yeah, we can stand you up. So that leads us to our final piece of this puzzle, which is very exciting to have and get. And that being, the McFarlane Toys Superpowers Nightwing figure. Now, I know that, if you've watched my channel, you're going to be kind of like, well, Raze, don't you already have one of these? I do. But this is the later wave of Nightwing. It is a repaint of the other one, which, as you know, I just absolutely went gaga over. This one's more towards his New Titans type of costume, where he had kind of the gold trim on the costume, which has since been tuned out. So while the figure itself is pretty much exactly the same as the first one, I guess you'd say, it definitely has another design. It's another different era. I would have almost prefer that they do an entire different head sculpt for this one, because this is actually tends to be the ponytail Nightwing, I guess you'd say. Because he had a long ponytail going down, which is not an exist. This is pretty much an exact repaint. Yeah. You can even see in the actual figure how, yeah, they just painted this one differently. But it's Grayson, so I got to get it and everything. And the best part about this one is I did get a second one. So I'm going to go ahead and tear this guy open, because this one's mine. And just like with the previous one, I'm leaving the kendo sticks in there because, let's face it, those things are easy as hell to freaking lose. So we're going to put this aside and we're going to have a closer look at this bad boy. Yeah, he's just... I love the design. I love... One of the things I'm thankful for, because I've noticed this in other figures, where the design pretty much just goes along the front, because so many collectors get these things now, and you can tell when they're kind of designed for collectors, that the design won't go all the way to the back, which is exactly what we want. And yeah, we get that all the way around, just like in the comic books. Technically, this really doesn't look exactly like Dick Grayson did at the time, and that has a lot to do with the fact that it is a repaint and not like a complete redesign. There are some subtle differences in the actual character from the comics and this figure design, but I mean, it looks so badass. You can't really complain. And it's cool to have it. Anytime you can get a new Nightwing figure, anytime I can get a new Nightwing figure, you know I'm jumping on it, because that's what Raze does. So, this was a fun little haul, and I hope you enjoyed this. You know, a little Christmas present, transition straight back to Raze talking about his dick again. You know, you can't get away from it. You just can't get away from it. He just goes. There's something wrong with him. But leave me a comment down below. Let me know which one of these you think is the coolest, which one you like the best. You know, I really can't decide so much. I mean, obviously I love the Christmas present, but at the same time, I love these figures too. So, as far as picking a favorite, they're all my favorite, because, you know, it's Dick Grayson going on over here, and we're going Killer Clowns from Outer Space over there, and yeah, that I don't want my head to explode. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here now. Again, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is a little bit of a different video for me, because I tend to show off single pops, and I love giving the history of characters and that kind of stuff. And every Wednesday, you know, you get every Wednesday I come out with new comic book covers, and you know that I just go a little crazy when those things come out. I grab every one I can when I can, and then I bring them right to you. I've got a playlist of comic book covers. You could definitely check that out, because yeah, they're my favorite Funko product right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here now. I hope you have a great day, and never forget, the life is full of odd moments, and you never know when you're going to be defined.